And I will walk and talk and God and oh, sweet thing.
You're all welcome to be seated. If you haven't already, just remember your phone vibrate off, please. Welcome,
Ray, tell them the mic's on.
Scott and Katie.
There we go.
Wedding. Beautiful afternoon. I'm Scott's Uncle Dean. Soon to be Katie's uncle. And little Charlie's great uncle.
Yet to be determined.
So, I am by no stretch of the imagination a theologian. Minions, can I get an amen, brother?
Amen, brother.
I didn't go to a seminary. I'm not a priest. I didn't even stay in a Holiday Inn Express. But Katie and Scott asked me to officiate. So I went to the trouble of getting ordained so that we could do this in a fashion that isn't the dearly beloved, we're gathered here sort of way. So this is going to be a little interesting. So you now know who I am and how I'm participating. We know why they're participating. We have the groomsmen over here, the bridesmaids over there. They're all participants. Well, you think you're wedding guests. You're not getting off that easy. You're also participants. You're actually witnesses to their ceremony. And the fact that they invited you, thought highly enough to invite you, it also makes you part of their support structure. So when this is all concluded, you become the support structure that ensures this marriage thrives and the family flourishes. Very important. So, we've done that. Now, there's no bulletins like there are normal weddings, for God's sakes, but there's an outline. So the outline goes like this. They wrote their vows, their own vows. They're going to read them to each other, recite them. After which, I'm going to do what would normally be a sermon of sorts, but it's not. It's just a long-winded suggestion of how those vows are going to help them carry themselves through tough times. Then, after that, they're going to exchange the rings, which involves Wilson, our new friend here, and then we're going to conclude. And that's the outline. Now, as I guess a character in the old Andy Griffith show used to say, let's get on with these here nuptials. So let's read the vows. Who wants to go first?
Okay.
Scott, can everyone hear me? Everyone in the back. Scott, I'll never forget meeting you at the race for the cure and how nervous and excited I was. I remember walking over to you and telling myself not to have any expectations. I was new to the city, and surely this handsome man volunteering had to have been spoken for. You were kind-hearted, loving, and compassionate, and instantly made me feel safe and at ease. I loved you right then and there. You are the love of my life, my person. I choose you again and again. I promise to love you unconditionally, to always be by your side, to encourage you, to be there for you, and celebrate you. I promise to always make sure that there's never cheese in any of your food unless it's pizza. Appreciate a good guitar solo during your favorite songs, and to always share puppy photos. I will love you always and forever.
Your turn.
Katie, anyone here? It's hard to believe in just a few days it will be 10 years. While I have been known to be forgetful at times. I remember exactly what you were wearing and everything we talked about. You were as beautiful then as you are. We have seen many changes and some ups and downs, but no matter what we face, our love and support for each other never wavered. You truly are my best friend and the love of my life. You amaze me every day with your kindness, your generosity, your patience, and your strength. Love is balance. Love is when someone else's happiness is essential to your own. Love is when the other person brings the best out in you and makes you the best version of yourself. Love is just a word until someone comes along and gives it meaning. Thank you for bringing so much meaning to my life. Thank you for all you are to me, all that you are for our daughter. You inspire me to be a better man, a better husband, and the best father I can be. I take you as you are, who you are going to become, and who you will always be. I promise to listen to you and to learn from you, to support you and accept your support. I will love you and accept your love, and to be the right by your side through all the years and all that life may bring us. I love you and I like you.
Excellent. Wonderful vows. Now, there's a little quiz coming. Sorry. It's law here in California. I have to ask these questions, and you got to get your answer correct. So, Scott, are you here your own free will? You intend to marry Katie? The answer is yes. There you go. Katie, are you here your own free will with the intent to marry Scott? All right, the obligatories are taken. They're all done, finished. So now, here comes what would otherwise be a sermon, but it's a long-winded suggestion. You just committed to some vows. Those things can get you through tough times. So now you're all participants, I need your help too. So we're gonna practice this. And just trust me, it'll work. When I do this, you're all gonna yell out in unison, more rocks. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
More rocks.
Oh, come on, louder. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
More rocks.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell them a story. It's an old story, a true story, about a guy by the name of Giles Corey, who, during the Salem witch trials, he got accused of sorcery. But you know what? He wasn't a witch. None of them were witches. But it was a way, if they got him to confess, and then convicted, and then subsequently terminated, so to speak, all of his material belongings would go to the church and to the other locals. So they targeted him because he was rather wealthy. He didn't want anything to do with this. So he vowed, there's that word, he vowed that he wasn't going to recognize the authority of the court. None of the magistrates, he didn't even speak to him. They were very upset about this. So they did something very unique to try to get him to confess. Much uglier than what they did to everyone else who confessed. They did what's called pressing, where they laid him on the ground and they kept putting boulders and stones on top of that, right on top of that board. It's kind of like life. They keep piling up. They keep piling up. He made it through the night into the next afternoon, and he still wouldn't recognize the authority of the court or the magistrates or anybody with anything to do with his accusation that he was a witch or warlock, anything like that. So, at the end of the second afternoon, they figured, oh wow, that's a lot of weight. He's about to give in. So they asked him, what say ye now, Giles Corey? And he reached out, one arm, wriggled it out from underneath the board, and he said, ready?
More rocks.
That was it. More rocks. That's what life does. So, your vows, how can that help you out? By thinking more rocks. I'm going to give you examples. You're about to have a beautiful baby daughter. I guarantee you, having the t-shirt already, that in the first year of her life, she's going to get an ear infection and she's going to be sick. Well, you're going to be sick at the same time. She's going to be taking the bubblegum medicine and you 8-hour Advil, and you're going to have long nights. And the dishes are piling up in the sink and the laundry's piling up next to the washing machine. And suddenly you discover there's no more diapers. And you want to argue about whose turn it was to put the diapers. Well, you can't do that. Now's the time to look in each other's eyes, smile to yourselves, remember your vows, and shout out,
More rocks.
now, time marches on. She becomes a teenager, and she wants to go to her first teenage party. Oh, you guys bicker about the criteria, maybe the curfew, how she's going to get there, how she's going to get back. It's going to be tough, but you're going to let her go. Now, that night, you're lying in bed, and you're staring at the clock, and all of a sudden the phone rings because the curfew has come and gone, and your heart jumps into your throat. But it's just her saying, I lost track of time. There's no one here to give me a ride home. Can someone come get me? Now's not the time to argue and bicker about who was right, should she have gone, what the curfew. It's now time to look each other in the eyes, smile to yourselves, remember your vows, and shout out,
More rocks.
well, it gets better, because now, later in life, you guys want to start a business or something. You launched all of your money into this business, tuition's coming due, Scott's done a bad job on the plumbing upstairs in the bathroom, and the water's leaking through, and the ceiling's about to collapse in the dining room. You come home from work, and you tell Scott the check engine light's been on for 3 days, and now there's smoke coming out from underneath the hood. Now's not the time to say something you can never take back. No, but it is time to look each other in the eyes, right? Smile to yourselves, remember your vows, and shout out,
More rocks.
that's right. And then finally, in your twilight years, you may be sitting in a physician's office and you get a bad diagnosis of some sort. You're wondering, how am I going to get through this? How are we going to get through this together? Well, easy, just like you did all the other times. You look each other in the eyes, you smile to yourselves, you remember your vows, and you shout out,
More rocks.
Minions, can I get an amen, brother?
Amen, brother.
That's right. That's how it's done. Hopefully you understand. It's just a suggestion. So at this point, we would be doing the exchanging of the rings. Oh dear. I thought Wilson was bringing them. Okay. There's nothing to be said. Go ahead and exchange the rings. This is very simple to clean. You got it? All right, by the power vested in me, almost. Universal Life Church Ministries, by the way. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Pucker up. All right, if you would stand, please. For the first time, it is my honor to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Stubblefield.
Because you're beautiful.
So this concludes Katie and Scott's wedding. Short and sweet, so in peace.